Y'all ready for this? Let's go.
Welcome back to the Ben James Smith podcast. Over the last series of episodes, we've talked about capital, structure, alignment, and how investment platforms operate at scale. Today, I want to talk about something slightly different. Why do most people never build institutional investment fund platforms in the first place? Because when you look at the market, there are a lot of developers, a lot of deals, and a lot of capital being raised, but very few true platforms. And there are reasons for that. The first reason is simple. Building a platform is significantly more complex than doing a deal. A deal is finite. You find it, you fund it, you deliver it. A platform is different. It requires structure before activity, governance before growth, and systems before scale. That's a completely different mindset, and most people never make that shift. The second reason is something people don't often talk about: cost. Not the cost of projects, but the cost of infrastructure. Before any capital is raised, before any returns are generated, a platform requires legal structuring, fund administration, compliance, banking, reporting systems, all of which need to be in place before capital can be deployed properly. That means committing time, energy, and capital without immediate return. And most people simply don't want to take that step. The third reason is about control. Building a platform requires taking control of capital, which means not relying on external funding for each transaction. But that also means giving up convenience, because it's easier to raise capital per deal, use existing lenders, operate within established structures, even if those structures introduce limitations. Platforms are built by choosing control over convenience. And that's not the easy path. Another key difference is governance. Institutional fund platforms are built around governance frameworks, decision-making processes, risk controls, reporting standards. These are not optional, they are foundational, but they also slow things down. And in a market where many people are focused on speed, governance can feel like friction, so it's often avoided, even though it's what allows scale. Perhaps the biggest difference is the time horizon. Deals are short-term, platforms are long-term. You're not thinking about what happens on this project. You're thinking about how does this operate over 5, 10, 15 years. That requires patience, and it requires building something that may not show its full value immediately, which again, most people are not prepared to do. Building a platform also increases accountability, because once you structure something properly, you are operating at a higher standard. Transparency increases, expectations increase, scrutiny increases, and that level of accountability is not something everyone is comfortable with. So when you look at the market and see very few institutional fund platforms, it's not because the opportunity isn't there, it's because the path to building one requires structure, discipline, patience, and commitment before reward. And those are not things that attract everyone. So when thinking about property investment, or any investment, it's worth recognizing the difference between doing deals and building fund platforms, because they are not the same. One is about opportunity, the other is about systems, and systems are what allow capital to scale. Thanks for listening, and remember, anyone can participate in a deal. Very few build the structure that allows capital to operate consistently over time. I'll see you in the next episode.